Christmas music time on ukulele. All right, let me go post this on the website. We are going to be doing uh, O Come Emmanuel today. All right, let's tweet that and tweeted, and then let's go post it on the website so that everybody can come join us. I'm in early. We'll probably be a little while before people show up. They know better than to show up this early. I'm never here this early. We will start at 5 minutes after it's 12:58, so we're 7 minutes. If you are watching the recording, feel free to scurry on ahead to the actual point where it happens. O come, Emmanuel. I did not do that right. Let's copy the link and then go post it. The link, the website is Jolly Roger. Oops, that's not what I want. JollyRogerUkulele.com, and I do know how to run it. Let me go here, link, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. All right, so it's up and running. Let's make sure the link is working properly. Had twice last week. Well, once last week and once already today. I posted the wrong link, and so I gotta get my act together. And yep, it's opening up to the right page. And oh gosh. Let's see. I don't know. Thing. I like to, my email is on Yahoo. And so when you go through to get your email, you start on the Yahoo homepage. And they always have these little news stories on the front page. And honestly, if you want that Yahoo's preference is, we're going to put this song on, put this story up here that you're going to be like, what? And you're going to click on it. And they get me every time. And it's usually nothing, but yeah, that's what they do. Let's see. Did I tweet? I tweeted. All right. So we're officially going to be flooded by zeros of people wanting to be a part of our tweeting. And let's see. Who's all in here? Lenny made it in. Sound is good. Back. Vic is in for more. Vicky's back. Sorry, Miss Friday, but I caught up. I will only report the weather when it's good weather. Linda, that is hilarious. Now you won't be reporting that much weather then, will you? That is funny. Yeah, Linda's like, I don't want to report the rain. I am officially ignoring the fact that it rains in British Columbia. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I love that. That's really good. Let's see. I better get our sheet music downloaded for today. I got 4 minutes. You can watch me download onto my gadget. It's just this, right? It's all this. Who else wanted in here? Kat. Hey, Kat. Got O Come Emmanuel for you up today. Let's see. Barbara and Jack say aloha from Glen. Or 10 more days of raining, huh, Linda? You're kidding yourself, okay? It's 150 more days of rain. It's why it's so beautiful up there for the 6 hours of the year that the sun is shining. Hey, Red, you can't stop it, right? You just can't stop it. Yeah, you're dealing with the movie star here. Hey, Terry gave me the link to the report, which, by the way, Jerry, who just logged in, is in that video, and she's talking about what we're doing online. I think they probably could have put a little more Jerry and a little less Gary in, but that's what they do. And so it's very kind of you, Jerry, to have done that. Yeah, it's Monday again, right? 45 miles to the nearest Starbucks. Well, you need to move, Sandy. I mean, that's not how civilized people live. Okay, mine is 3 or 4 blocks away, and in my mind, that's just too darn far, right? So that's. We were in Vienna at the Vienna Opera House, and right across the street is a Starbucks, and I'm like, okay, so at least people in civilization understand how this works. And if they're not going to put it in the Vienna Opera House, like at least it's right across the street. Oh gosh, Starbucks. Goodness sakes. I work. You guys probably know this. I worked for them for a long time, and good company until you become management, and then it's typical company. So, hey, Pauline, good to see you. Barbara, our hero. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna start wearing sunglasses inside. That's how famous I am now. Cat, just for you, Cat. You're the only one who cares about this song. So there you go. Now, a lot of people tell me they like this song. So it's we didn't sing this song in my church, but I guess I think it's more of a Catholics that tend to sing this song. I think I don't know. I know I had never heard of this song until a few years back. One of the guitar players says, "Hey, can we do O Come, Emmanuel?" And I'm like, "Sure." I don't know what that is. I'll go look it up. And yeah, so that's what happens. Let's see. I got to download that, and I got all of you guys. I feel bad. All these other classes this whole day, I've been like, well, I don't have your street music posted, but I'll get it posted. Except for you guys. You guys got everything. So this class is set up. You are off the hook. Bring a torch. Where is bring? Okay, so bring a torch. That's for tomorrow. And then alphabetically in the bleak. Oh, I got in the bleak midwinter done. Isn't that nice? Did you guys look at that? That's really a sweet one. E F G H I. How do you learn to alphabetize? I'm telling you, in the bleak. Here it is. In the bleak midwinter. I'm gonna download that one, and then I gotta download Oh Holy Night and O. I gave you both the O's. I don't know if I'm supposed to have OH or not. O's come before the O's are somewhere in here. M. Oh, here we go. All right. Should be near O Canada, right? Oh Holy Night. And O Come Emmanuel. PDF. Okay. I'm going to download all of those. Am I in the right thing? Yes, that's the right thing. Turn that. Hit that. Download 4. Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Download is starting. It's thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Download complete. Okay. All right. Let's go into this thing and then get out of here. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go into storage. Back it out. It still thinks we're in the on. It doesn't know when it updates. And download. It doesn't know when to throw things out. So, O come, Emmanuel. Let's get started on that. Ukulele. O's are closer to the end. O come, Emmanuel, ukulele. Okay, so hi everybody. Let's get started here. Terry's in. Terry sent me the link for the thing on the video. I'll be sending that out to you guys so you can see how famous I am. Cindy, welcome in. Evelyn. Yeah, you know, that cat on this week's graphic looks so much like my cat in real life that I was like, well, he's getting used. That cat is almost, I mean, almost a dead ringer for Henry. So that's how he got used. He's a really cute cat. And by the way, when I, how come this isn't going? Come on, connect up. Connect up. When I wrote out the meows, they were to a Christmas tune. But now that I look back, I'm not positive which Christmas tune I used it with. And so I don't know exactly what the cat is saying. Meow, 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 meow. It's not it. I can't remember what melody it was. Okay, now I'm finally connected. Jeez, what a pain. All right. So the cat is actually singing a Christmas song in cat language. Meow, 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 meow. And I don't remember which Christmas song I was copying when I was filling out the meows. All right. Let's see. What else do we got going on? I'm an everyday hero. That's what Channel 7 says I am. Hey, Elizabeth. Hi, Nancy's in from Alabama. How exciting. We're glad to see you, Nancy. Delighted you're here. Sandy, the G minor's a booger. Yeah, we'll work on G minor. G minor's not really a booger. It's just when we don't do it enough that it feels like it's a booger. So we'll figure it out. Lindy, howdy. Chris, good afternoon. Yes, good. Thank you, Chris. You're welcome. You're welcome for letting me be in and letting you be in my company, right? I'm very famous. Love you. The bleak midwinter arrangement's good, guys. So, frankly, all this stuff is good, right? It's all good. It's all going to make you sound amazing. Hey, Rita, in from Illinois. Good to see you. Valerie's also in from Illinois. Woo, last class for the day. Critter's in from Utah. Jacqueline, in from local here. Yeah, he looks that cat looks exactly like Henry. It's crazy. Lynn made it in. Annie made it in. Barbara, you've known Nancy since first grade. It's funny. I'm friends with a couple of friends from first grade. My buddy. Here's what I know. Here's what's so crazy. It teaches you about how we raise kids. When I was in first grade, my best friend was named Nikunj Patel, and he goes by Nick now. And Nikunj was his name, lived across the street from the elementary school. So we would often go at lunchtime over to his house, and I lived several blocks away, so we didn't go to my house. And his parents were immigrants from India. And so we would go into their house, and I'm in first grade, right? And I was like, they didn't have furniture like we had. They had pillows, and you sat on the floor. And they're much more traditional family, Indian family than I had ever. And so we walk in as a first grader. You're like, huh? They don't have any furniture, but you don't really think about it. And there was this smell in the house, and you're just like, what is that smell? And of course, just was a tremendous cook, and his mom, and made all of this traditional Indian food. And so I grew up, not grew up, but we would go over there from time to time and have this incredible Indian curry and homemade food and all this stuff. And as a kid, you don't really think of it as a cultural thing. It's just your friend Nick has this mom who makes this crazy food and has no furniture. That's about how much you think about it. You don't place any judgment. It's just like, well, that's different than we do. And then you move on. It wasn't until many years later I was like, wow, I was so lucky to grow up with that across the street. So yeah. So anyway, let's see. Nancy from Alabama, we're delighted you're here. That gave me a chance to tell my first grade story. There you go. That's all I remember from first grade was that Nick had an awesome mom. All right, still good friends. That's awesome. Linda is in from Maui. We told her she can't give any more reports until they have a bad weather day in Maui. No, Linda, you have to keep telling us what the weather is in Maui. I think it's critical for us to know that. Diane's in for Christmas. Arlo is here. How exciting. Laurel, you're late. Patty, you're late. Get in here. Let's get going. It's 11 minutes after. It's a fairly straightforward song, so we'll be fine. O come, Emmanuel. Here's the thing. You got to make this shape. Okay. Now, don't make this shape. That's G, right? Index, middle, ring. Okay. It's not what you think, right? It's not like, because when you make it for F7, okay, which we have to do in Love Me Tender. Okay, you got an F chord, add this, it's an F7. Okay, that's just that same shape down here on those three strings. Okay. Hey, Clay. Hey, welcome in for a little Santa here. Okay, so now, oh, come, me. C minor, little bar here. Emmanuel. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Let's do the melody. That way I can get my head around the melody a little bit first, and then we'll go back to chords. So let's grab the melody for me from the top. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 5, 5, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3, 1. Doesn't that sound very 15th century? Keep going. 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, rest, rest. 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, 1, boom. Oh, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 5, 5, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3. 8, 8, 5, 5, 5, 3, 6, 6, 5, 3, page 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, and then repeat. We'll come back through the second time. Don't play 19 the second time. So now you have a sense of how it goes. Very somber, very beautiful, very um, old school. About this time, not unimportant. This is significantly beyond older than much of the classical music that you listen to. This is a song that's been around for a long time. And when you have a song that's that old, it's probably always going to have an incredible melody and really fit a lot of our music theory rules so that it maintains its integrity all through the years, and really quite a extraordinary thing that we're playing music from 16 something or 14 something or other, right? So 600-year-old song. Hey, Kari. About time you made it in. This is an Advent song. Oh, okay. Interesting. I like this ranger better than. Is it different than the old one? I don't know. I rearrange things all the time. As I become wiser and older, I become more better at arranging things. All right. So that's the melody. Not overly complex, right? And then when you add in the chords, let's do that. Bum, 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 C minor. Bum, 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 2, 3. Bum, 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 2, 3. Bum, 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 bum. Here it is. B flat. This is what I want you to do. Bar there. Okay, but a lot of you guys will do this one. Either of those are perfectly acceptable. If your sound is, that's fine. You're still developing your hand strength. Otherwise, hopefully you're getting a nice clear tone out of here. Bum, 2, bum, 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 2, 3. Bum, 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 bum. Measure 11. Bum, 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 2, 3. Bum, bum, 2, 3. Bum. D minor is just adding your ring finger. Bum, 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 ba da da dum, 2, 3. Bum, ba dum, bum, bum, ba da, bum, 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 2, 3. Okay, and the words are, of course, are very religious. So for those of you who are into that, you're all set. For those of you who aren't into that, we go strictly straight into the melody and chords, putting them together, right? I gave you a painful uke on this one. Okay, so let's talk about tough and painful uke and what the difference is. Okay, when you have a song that moves relatively slowly, relatively somber, you can definitely Disney-fy it up with a little bit of painful uke, and we'll get to that. Okay. Thanks, Red. I don't know, what was the other one? I thought this was just an update of that original one. All right. Play the melody, play the chords. When we put them together, you got choices, right? You got your plucking and your strumming. If I'm playing a song 2 times through, I'm going to be doing both. Okay, because why? If you're going to play a song twice, the second time you play it should be a little different, should bring something new to the game that the first time didn't. We're not in the business of just doing it twice just to do it. There's only one set of lyrics here, and probably there are other. After 600 years, I'm sure somebody's written. Adam Sandler's probably written lyrics to this too. The thought is. If I'm going to play it through one time as an instrumentalist, and then I'm going to go back and play it a second time, I should bring something new to the game. So I'm going to, first time through, I'm going to play with my claw, and then the second time through, I'm going to play with my thumb. And then we'll talk about painful uke. Okay, so from the top, take your time. And if you want to just play your thumb all the way through, it works absolutely. Everything I arrange always will work with your thumb, but I want you to be working on your claw. Right? What I do and what I say and what I do, I'm not necessarily the same. From the top, 1, 2, 3. 3 strum, 5 strum, 5 strum, 6 strum, 3 strum, 2, 3, 3 strum, 1 strum, 1 strum, oh strum, 1 strum, 2, 3, 3 strum, 3 strum, oh B flat, rest, oh 3 F, 3 strum, 5 strum, 5 strum, 6 5 3 strum, 2 3 8 bar chord strum, 5 5 5 strum, 5 5 5 strum, 6 5 3 strum, 2 3 3 B flat on the 5th strum, 6 6 3 1 strum, oh strum, 1 strum. Okay, and then we're going to go back. Let's talk very quickly about measure 17 and 17's disappointing when it shows up, right? I can't tell you the number of times I've been arranging a song. I'm like, oh, this will be fun to teach. This will be really playable. And then measure 17. Blah. Oh, man, that take all the fun out of it. So measure 17. Put your bar on 5, F shape in front. That's a B flat. Okay. And then you're going to play that 6. And probably the cool thing will be to take your middle finger and just slide it back to the 3. And then put your G minor on, or your C minor. It's going to sound cool, but it is a lot of busy work in that one measure. Okay, let's go back through, play it one more time, just the tough uke, and then we'll talk about painful uke. 1, 2, 3. Measure 21, we should talk about it real quick. You've got a G minor, just pretty as all get out up here, 10, 10, 10, with an open string on the top. This is amazing that this is accidentally sitting here. That is so sweet. Okay, so especially not so much on a soprano, there's just not enough room to get it really clean, but concerts and tenor ukuleles. Okay, it's going to sound really, really something there, and that's worth knowing it's coming up, and you're like, okay, this is exciting. I get to do the 10s. All right, so you got the idea, right? It sounds like a processional. I would suspect it probably was. I mean, dun dum 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 dum, and so it's probably meant the church had not quite gotten up to being over Notre Dame, right? We're going to bring people in. We're going to scare the hell out of them, and then they're going to come join us. That's oddly enough, looking at the way modern life is working out, maybe that's how we do this, right? We bring people in, scare the hell out of them, and then they join us. I don't, and so the church is not beyond that at that point in their career. These days, that doesn't work, right? You just Google, is this true? And then Google says, yeah, probably not. And then you're like, okay, I'm not joining those guys because they're liars, right? But in those days, you went into this big huge building and it was real dark and there were beautiful windows, and they said, hey, if you don't join us, this horrible thing's going to happen. And you're like, okay, teach me some songs and I'll do the thing. And so that's probably how O Come Emmanuel became a thing. So they were, the pomp and circumstance and all this stuff. Lots of those old church songs are like that. And a few of them are actually really, really miraculously beautiful. And so that's why we study them. But you got the idea of the song, a little bit somber, a little bit deep. We can get the somberness and deepness out of our little guys here. And that's what's really nice about this. Now, let's talk about painful uke. Okay. We talked about it a little bit last week, and guys, believe me, this is not a conversation people are having out in the real world with ukulele. This is not, you guys are at a level that if you were coming to me on a private lesson and we were at this level, you would be playing super high level stuff, right? When we're talking about going to true fingerstyle, you're teetering precariously in this place where you are done with ukulele in terms of as a learning activity, and now you are truly in that place where you're needing to produce music at such a high level that not very many people get here. Okay, so right now I'm just looking at 40 of us, right? This is 40 people in the world on this planet that are playing at this level, and probably in the rest of the planet, okay, nowhere else is this being discussed. And it's such a straightforward system that we can actually teach it. The idea behind fingerstyle, it's a little different than classical in the sense that we're going to follow some patterns, but what we're really doing is we're taking all of that, everything we just played with tough uke, and then we are going to add in decorative notes on every eighth note. Okay. And I don't remember if I have any exceptions. I have a couple of exceptions, but not too many. Okay. And the only time you would do an exception to an every eighth note is you are trying to create a little bit of drama. Okay. So let's go through it very slowly and I'll show you what I'm thinking and how this works. Okay. So I'm grabbing the same thing I do with tough uke. Okay. I'm going to play a 3 and then I'm going to play the chord. But now, instead of going directly to the 5 and letting that kind of, I'm going to play a little bit faster. Okay, I have to use my claw when I'm playing fingerstyle. This is why I don't let you use picks, because we're going to need to be using all of these at the same time. And in order for this to work out, you'll be like, when you get it, it takes a little while to get it. And then one day you're like, I am the greatest player in the history of the world. Okay, so hit the 3. And then the chord. Oops, I'm sorry. Don't put your pinky down yet. 3, chord. Index finger grabs the 2. Pinky grabs the 5. Hit the 2 again. And then hit the whole thing again. Go grab your C minor. Put that on. And then be ready with your pinky on the 6. Slide your pinky down to 5. Hit the 3 again. And then lose your pinky, get the high 3 and then the low 3, and then go back to your G minor. Now notice, but in the melody line, the only thing that matters is the 1, right? And then look at all the extra notes you're going to play just to fill the measure in. It's going to make it sound like you're busy doing something. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Now we have a melody note comes up with the 3, so add your pinky. Okay, and then slide it up to 5, and now you're still holding your G minor on. Hit the 2, lose your pinky, hit the 2, pluck the 0, 2, 3, hit the 2, hit the 1, hit the 2, C minor, hit the 3, hit the open, hit the 3, chord, 1, it's a melody note, hit the 3 again, and then finally G minor. And then you're just filling out the rest of the measure with some plucking. Then you're going to grab your 3. Again, it's C minor. Hit the 0. Full B flat at measure 8. 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to have to open this up. Okay. And then F chord. Then hit the 3. And then it's going to go back to the main idea. We'll go a little further, but I want to back up and just play through that one time so that we get a sense of what we're doing there. Now, make sure you know who you are. If you are newer, you are playing. That's what you're playing, okay? That's perfectly fine. That's higher than 90% of ukulele players will be playing. If you have got that down, you're like, I know how to play melody. I am not worried about that at all. Then my next question is, do you know your G minors and your C minors and your B flats? Dun 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 dun. Okay, is that going well for you? We can turn it into a jazz tune. And then finally, if those are like, I got those handled, and then you're playing tough uke, and that's at least, you might not necessarily be able to play it smoothly and perfectly, but you know what you're supposed to be doing. That's when we switch over. Hey, let's get this claw going. And happy there. Lynn's like, yeah, melody's cool for me. I'll cover the melody, peeps. Then you are looking at getting to absolute true finger style, guys, and this is very, very high level. So if this is being like, I don't really like doing that yet, be cool with that. Be like, yep, okay, because I guarantee you, Cindy's here, Elizabeth is here, Kari's here, and that's what they're doing right now. I don't know, I can probably hear them from now. They're like, oh yeah, I want to pluck a lot of notes. Okay, the idea is, slow it down until it makes sense. And then the other thing, when you're plucking all those notes, you've got to make sure that when the melody note arrives, you're giving that just a little bit extra oomph so that sound picks up above the rest. Okay, so I'd like to play down through measure 12. Let's try that. Okay. Cindy is like, Lynn's like, I'm totally cool with melody, and Cindy's like, bring the pain on, baby. All right, let's play it any way you want. We're going to play through measure 12, and then we'll talk about what happens different there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now stop there. Here's where things change, right? Even in the song, da 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 dun dun da 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 dum da 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 dum da da, and then all of a sudden it goes bum 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 ba da 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 dum, right? So the song changes. So you, if you're just doing all finger style, it just sounds like more of the same. But you need to take a moment and say, all right, something dramatic happens here. Rejoice, rejoice. So instead of doing all that, I said, all right, I'm just going to go with the tough uke line, so I can make it different and somehow distinctive from the rest of all this plucky pluck I'm doing on. So if I'm coming out of 12, okay, now all of a sudden hey, we're rejoicing right here. You take that section a little bit. The song tells you that section should be played differently. Everything in the feeling is different there. Come up with a different idea for your ukulele, your instrumental approach, so that you're not just blowing through that list like everything else. I see that happen a lot when I see these professional ukulele players, where their main job is plug into an amplifier, crank the reverb up, play as lickety split as fast as you possibly can through the whole thing. And I'm sitting there going, I wonder how long this song is. That's what I'm thinking, right? It's like, ugh. Stop doing that. Okay? Make a song have some texture inside of the song. If you played the first time with your thumb, you play the second time with your claw. If you played the whole thing with your claw, you find places in there to not play with your claw. If you're playing the whole thing with your claw, finger style, painful uke style, and you get to something else, give yourself an opportunity to do something else. Okay, and measure 12 is that moment. And grabbing your F chord, and it feels super slow then. And now I am measure 15. I get, because the idea goes back to the idea, the sort of the first idea. Now I'll go back to my plucking. Okay, so grab measure 15 and go. Okay, again, this feels different in this part of the song, so I slowed it down. And then we'll go back and repeat it. And the second time you come through, it's bum, bum. Okay, that's how you finish it up. All right, let's see. Who's like, oh, you guys. Let's see, what are we doing? Ornamentations on the, more ornaments on the tree. That's what you're thinking, right? Got a Christmas tree, we're throwing it, put it on the ornaments, and then you're like, this would look way better if we had icicles and garlands and sparkles. That's what we're doing. Painful Uke has similar look to Ode to Joy. When I write these out, I don't often write them out because honestly, once you are playing tough uke effectively, you can probably write out your own. I'm not doing anything. I'm just playing tough uke and holding everything the same and plucking notes, extra notes. So we don't necessarily need to write it out, but they'll all end up looking very much the same because what you're doing is the same. You're playing tough uke, but you're adding in lots of extra chordal notes to it. And hey, Jennifer. Hey, Greg. Glad you guys made it. All right. So what I'd like to do, it's 1:36. Here we go. Let's talk very briefly about the week and what we've got in your box. Okay. And then we'll play through this as written. One, we're doing O Come, O Come, Emmanuel today. It is a beautiful piece of music. And anytime a song is 600 years old, you don't get a choice on your opinion of it, right? It's beautiful. Next, tomorrow, Bring It Towards Jeanette and Isabella. I don't know why. That song I adore. Dun dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dum dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum dum da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum da dum. I love it. I just think the melody is awesome. And as I was when I was pulling it up, I've taught it every single year, and nobody ever knows the song. And I'm like, what? This is a great song. How do you not know this? But as I was pulling it up, I noticed in my folder on the computer, there's this extra file in there, and I was like, what's that? It was the original handwritten version of my very first arrangement of this song. So this goes all the way back to the beginning before I even had software. The piece you'll be playing, I just adore it. So hopefully you'll have fun with it. In the bleak midwinter, those of you guys looking for something sophisticated and beautiful and really like, wow, That's crazy. As I was preparing all of these last night to post, I of course play through everything a million times, and Donna, she tries really hard not to come after me with a butcher knife, and I heard her say, "I really like that song." So, in the Bleak Midwinter is going to be a home run for us, I think. And then "Oh Holy Night" is in there. Don't neglect this week. Play through Adeste Fidelis, Old Lang Syne, Away in a Manger, No First Noel, Ode to Joy, and Silent Night. You got a lot of seriously good music for the week, so you should not run out. And then finally, tonight for members, if you're a member of the website, and you should be a member of the website because you love me, Monday nights we do orchestrated stuff. So the baritone stuff is lined up with the ukulele stuff, so that if you someday when they let us back into society, you'll be able to meet with your baritone playing friends, all one of them, and then you and them can play together. It's also designed to get you a little bit tougher. I will be playing on the record. I will be playing only tough uke tonight, and then you will be choosing your best way to play along with me. So we will be doing duets tonight. I have not posted any of that music yet because I'm just running behind, guys. That my Saturday got wiped out with some stuff around here on the building, so I'm a full day behind. So I'm going to get as much of that as I can here after this class posted, and then whatever's posted is there, and then we'll play through that. So if you're not a member, get your membership, and then come join us tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right? Yeah, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then that's our members concert for the week, each week. Let's see. Claire says, very pretty arrangement. Need mulled wine and fire. We're getting to that. We're getting close to being ready to put the mulled spices on the stove, and don't put fire in a fireplace. That's ridiculous. But but yeah, having those smells. I noticed Donna was busy shopping for Christmas garland and stuff earlier today. So apparently Christmas is upon us. Okay. All right. So you got lots of good music for the week. Hopefully you'll come join us tonight for some other songs, some modern Christmas music, the stuff I'm worried about copyright infringement. I keep that behind the paywall for the most part. And there's that going on. Let's see. Here we go. O Come, Emmanuel. Any way you want to play it, we'll play it 2 times through, down through 19, go back, play it to the end. Here. All right, here we go. From the top. How am I going to play it? I'm going to play Tough Uke the first time and Painful Uke the second time. 1, 2, 3. That's how you're supposed to play it ish, right? Plenty of little ruddy tones that sneak in there when you don't do it right. But for the most part, you got the big idea, right? I'm not going to put painful ukes on everything, but most Christmas music you could do yourself a favor by thinking about when you have a long note, half note, dotted half note, whole note. Can you put in a little bit of extra chordal, just a little bit of doodly doos, and it'll sound nice. Like Elizabeth says, yeah, we're put a couple of ornaments on the Christmas tree, right? And it'll sound kind of pretty. Nice piece of music. Thank you, Kat, for encouraging me to get it done. I did not grow up with this as one of the songs that I knew, and so it's been kind of fun to see how many people are actually pretty passionate about the song. So there we go. Done a little time early today. I give you time to go home and practice, or stay home and practice, and I will see all of you. I'm probably going to toss out an email with the link of me being very famous. They published the article about me. What's weird is the on the news station, after they came out and filmed and they put it out there. What's weird is in my head, I look like a young George Clooney, but on the video, I look like my head is the moon surrounding Jupiter, and so it turns out I have a different idea in my head about what I look like than what was on there. But I'm very honored that my local group here put my name in the hat for that, and that we actually were able to get a little publicity. For you guys, make sure that you're sharing what you're doing. What we're doing is, literally, if you are in any way understanding tough uke and painful uke, you're there. You are leading as a ukulele philosopher, thinker, put it together, instrumentalist. This is the way all ukulele players will play down the road. Of all ukulele players who put any time in on this, all of them want to play this way. You're doing it. You're already there, and you can be the ukulele leader in your life. So there we go. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Sandy says, good stuff. It is good stuff, right? I'm eager for the baritone arrangement. Oh, come, and in the bleeding minute. Okay, I'll work on those, Cindy. Let's see. Cindy's like, let me give you my list. Lynn, beautiful, good to see you. Yeah, Lynn says, you know what, I'm gonna play the melody. That works, right? And if you're playing along with me, I'll mess you up, but I'll get you close. Chris likes the song, good. Wikipedia calls it an ancient hymn. Yeah, there you are. Like, we can play all this modern music. We can play Ariana Grande. We can play. I'm trying to think of any other modern person I know. Christina Aguilera is as close to modern as I get. Or we can play ancient hymns on the ukulele. Why not? Evelyn, good to see you. Cat, beautiful. I need to put some more time in on the TV. Yeah. Every song is going to twist your fingers, guys. Every single one. I have never yet written out an arrangement where I'm like, that was easy. Every single one has something. You're like, oh man, how am I going to deal with that? Right. And so every single arrangement. That's what's beautiful about music. You get your crossword puzzle out in the morning. It's a Monday. And you're like, yeah, I'll be fine. The first word you put in, you're like, oh, that's the wrong word. Right? Happens. Yeah. Every single thing has something. Greg, good to see you, bud. Elizabeth, thanks, Gary. Your Christmas. Yeah, they are nice, right? I didn't think up the Christmas tunes, by the way. I just write them. I just write them down. It was whoever the guy in the 14th century who put this down, and then they ignored his 14th century copyright laws, and then 15th century is now a famous song. So I look better than John Hickenlooper. Oh, poor John. John is not a particularly good-looking fella. I love the idea that he has. But yeah, no, he's a little tough to look at. He was probably pretty good looking when he was young. Let's see. Kat, in the church I grew up in, we sang this every single mass during Advent with different verses each week until midnight mass. Really? How exciting. Oh, that's fascinating. Wow, good. Right? Good. Nice memory there, hopefully. Paley. Hey, Paley. Paley sneaks in sometimes. Jacqueline, thanks for being here. Nancy, good to see you. So glad you're here. That makes me excited. Vicky, saw the new video this morning. They did, yeah. I think they did a crazy nice job. Like I look like I know what I'm doing, which is weird. Um, yeah, all right, great. Yep, that's what we got to do. Get a little better today than we were 6 months ago. Comparing yourself to 6 months ago. That's the guy you're competing against. Is that guy? Yeah, Cindy. Fun to see Jerry and Kari, Mike, Debbie, and me. Yeah, Diane and Debbie didn't get on it very good. I don't know. That was funny, but it's fun to see those guys. Yeah, we're all masked up, and you're like, "Hey, how are you? Good to see you guys. Stand over there. Don't kill me." All right, Lanny, good to see you, bud. Linda, mahalo to you. Enjoy your day there in Maui. So not fair. I'm going to hang out with Linda one of these days. Um, isn't the last chord fun? Blink. Sounds exactly like it's supposed to end. Thanks, Clay. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I agree, Annie. They did a real nice job. It's so fun. Tonight is right. Yeah, excellent. All right, Terry, Bud, see ya. Lindy, thanks so much. Terry, love this arrangement. Good. You guys have good music this week, so go forth and ukify. Have a great day, guys. Pulling the plug.